Welcome to the In the Tank podcast. Get ready for an hour of hot 40k goodness coming in your ears. You're in the tank now, baby.
We are Chives.
We are indeed Chives. Welcome everybody to In the Tank, episode 50.
Yeah,
Big 50.
The big 50. Well done,
I would know everything about being the 50 because according to people, I look like I'm fucking 50, but that's besides the.
Oh no, you don't, Russ.
According to my students, I do. Like 3 of my younger students are more like, you're in your mid 50s, right? I'm like, you fucking. Come here. How are you
it's
doing?
The eyes and the backs of the hands. That's what you need to check. It's the only way to know that Russ is under 40.
I'm screwed. How are you doing, big man? You alright?
I'm great, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not bad.
Good.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It has been a while. Yeah, I had a holiday, so I had to skip a week. Sorry.
Scurvy dog. How was your holiday?
It was lovely, thank you. Yeah.
Holidaying with a kid is slightly different, though, right?
Yeah, it's parenting in another location.
That's the best way to describe it. It's like, better make sure my child doesn't die in another new place where I don't speak the
entire
language.
Week jumping in and out of the pool as well, so I was on proper pool watch. I was basically a lifeguard for a week.
Lifeguard.
Yeah, it's great fun, though.
Buddy. Bless you. Oh, well, change of scene's always cool, though.
Yeah.
So it's all good.
It was nice.
So, in classic In the Tanko special, we're just going to have a catch-up on our hobby news and stuff like that. So, what you're working on it?
Well, I've basically finished the 12 Noise Marines that I've been painting for what feels like the last month, because I've just had so many random interruptions, but they're basically done. I've just got like a few more little bits to bronze up on 5 of them left, and then they're done, apart from their bases. But I'm going to do all the
check those out. Go check those out on various...
they'll be in hobby channels. No doubt.
Yeah, we'll talk about those in a minute. But yeah, very cool, buddy. They look great. I loved those when they came out. And weirdly, unifies with the metallic vibe of your scheme for your general CSM as well.
Exactly, for the Alpha Legion. So yeah, and I've just got the Alpha Legion forces left to finish off now. So all the armor, the blue armor and stuff is done. I just need to basically finish all the deets on them now. Deets. But yeah, I'm just getting like hooked into painting other random shit all the time is the problem, because I'll be like, oh, I can play GSC this weekend, and I'm like, I can't play the same list again, so I'm gonna have to paint something new, and that's what keeps delaying me. It's endless.
You see, I'm kind of the same at doing my camp stuff.
Yeah, what have you been working on?
Well, I actually managed to finish my Death Guard, unlike you with your CSM, so I brought those on the channel, which we'll have discussed in the first seconds. Jesus Christ. So I'm working through my next Death Guard attachment list, which is a Mortarian's Hammer Vehicle Death Shroud list. Yeah, I mean, fuck you. I'm resorting to Meadow Chasers. I'm having to like go through desperate measures to kind of get to where I'm getting to now. But I am painting Morty. Really happy with how he's coming along. Holy crap. I sent you boys a video last night of his wings.
Mm-hmm. They look cool. Got that colour shift paint.
Colour shift Uber paint. Well, my theory is he's a bloody moth. He's going to have freaky wings, right? He's going to have freaky...
You're a fucking moth.
He's going
if you haven't known true fear until you've been hit in the face full force by a big moth in the evening.
I like a moth. I actually do think of moth.
Yeah, not in my face, eh?
No, true. And I've decided to do the Fab Four as Malefic Bright Haulers. So I'm doing the Beatles as Malefic Bright Haulers with the Sgt. Pepper's colours on the pads and stuff. So that's just fun. So I'm doing like a vehicle list for that, and I cannot help but be slightly swayed by the old Boostman. Boost. So I'm doing my Beastman army, and I can kind of pick and drop those when I can and stuff.
Yeah,
and of course I will need to finish my Iron Sultanate for the old Battle Barn as well. Which,
we're going to hopefully be cracking them out soon.
Is closer rather than far apart, if that makes sense. So, but yeah, loads of hobby stuff for me. Really loving how the Death Guard have come out. They look pretty cool, actually, if I do say so myself.
They do.
I'm
they look great.
Quite excited about that. Of course, we do need to discuss our recent Battle Barn thing. And full spoilers, I don't care. Like, it's been out long enough for you to have watched it. Fuck you, Ed. Like, fuck you. The Battle Barn curse is real. No, No, you didn't. You were very kind, actually, throughout that incredibly disturbing game of 40k that I played. I was still seeking therapy for it.
Yeah.
It's a dice game, right? But
we sang an
shit.
intro at the beginning of it, which was really fun. Like it was one of the funnest intros we've ever done for the Battle Barn. And like basically in that song, we were joking that Russ would fail a 9-inch charge and then he failed all his 6-inch charges, and it was actually weirdly prophetic because that's exactly what happened in the game. He failed a 9-inch charge and then failed all of his 6-inch charges and basically lost the game.
According to Apollo, I think he crunched it. I failed 5 of my 6-inch charges in that game. Like, who the fuck does that? Like, what is that? What is that?
Did you melt those Beastmen dice after that?
Then they've been exiled. I need proper Beastman dice from bloody Baron, but like, dude, no. Like, no.
Just no.
No, just no. That everything that could go wrong with a game of 40k went wrong with that game of 40k, and
he had a bit of
it was just appalling. It was just appalling. It was just so
even a meta
bad.
Army couldn't save you. That was the worrying thing. Like,
that's when you know you're in trouble.
Old people fuck. You really did. Just terrible. I've never seen... Okay, I've had some fucking charges before. When I was playing the Biosanctic Broodsurge GSC at a teens tournament earlier this year, I had a game or two where I did exactly the same thing. I just fucked every 6-inch charge. And it does happen rarely, but when it does, goddamn, is that hard to
When it's a combat
overcome.
army like Death
I know,
Guard,
that's it, exactly.
It's just like, what?
Awful.
It's just like, and then you're so close to your opponent that like, against World Eaters, where they like countercharge you with like a bazillion attacks. It's like, great. This is
what
great.
do we do?
But do you know what was funny about it though? It led to like one of the greatest clip moments ever, where the "of course" scream, where I literally I felt like I felt like I destroyed your compressor in that microphone.
Yeah, you did.
Like, it just
you
like
literally
went
did.
mad. And to be fair, what was cool because I took that list to the into the Maelstrom 8, I believe. With the fabulous Michael Cord, like obviously doing. And you know what? I must have had, no joke, Ed, like 20 people come up to me about that game. Like, they were just like, dude, like, and they were like the scream, and they were like, what are you playing, Death Guard? Like, hope you make your charges today. And honestly, about 20 people.
Was it tilting you, or was it
about 20 people?
Funny?
It was funny, to be fair. It was funny. And someone bought me a drink, which was nice of them.
We got great fans.
Well, to be fair, I think it also shows like how far the Battle Barn is kind of moving now. And again, I got recognised at a train station the other day as well. But like,
I think you're quite easy to recognise though. Like, I think I fly under the radar a little bit because I look so normal.
You do look relatively more. I was like, hey!
Everyone would be like, who's that stupid twat? There's only one of them on Earth. Like, you know, I could be any white guy in his mid-30s.
He looks a combination of beast and man. Who is he?
It must be him. I saw him running 4-legged across the station to make his train.
Like in the fucking that movie. Like, I can't remember what that movie is called. Like, Switch. Like, that's cool. But I did okay at the Maelstrom. I just, as a post-tournament report, I used the same list. I lost against a Tau player to start with, but it was a great game. Nothing was left on the board at the end of the game. Yeah.
Yeah, and, apparently. I think I might have played Ollie.
And he's really cool. He was quite nervous about playing Death Guard, but he did great. He did totally fine. He just screened me out and just basically just threw chaff in front of me, and I just like.
That's what you got to do sometimes, right?
And then by the end, I'd killed him pretty much, and we had nothing on the board really, and he just ran away with primaries. So Then the second game was against quite an intense competitive Drakari player. It was just like, you've got a lot of stuff for 2,000 points. I'm like, yeah, I'm pre-nerf. and just Drakari and Flamers, bro. Like Death Shroud Flamers and Drakari.
Yeah.
Like,
poor little elves. They've got squishy little bodies, haven't they?
Poor elves. No, fuck them. I hate elves. Elves can just go away. Elves are so wank. Unless they're kinky dark elves, in which case they're right. But Drakari are a bit weird. Yeah. So I did pretty good now. I won by, I think it was like 94 to 79 or something.
Yeah, it's not bad, is it? Yeah.
So that's cool. And then the last game was against the Mirror. And it was against Mortarian's Hammer. And it's just like, that's a far better detachment. It's just a better detachment. It's just so good. I didn't realise what the main ability of Mortarian's Hammer is, which is at the beginning of your command phase, you choose 2 of your opponent's units and they become inflicted.
Oh, that's
which for Death Shroud
anywhere
on the board.
Oh wow, that's really good.
Yeah, which for Death Shroud.
Yeah. That's mega good.
It's like
you
you're
can do
afflicted,
it like behind
afflicted.
terrain and all kinds of shit.
Yeah, you just go, you just go, you don't even have to line something, you just go, yeah, you're afflicted.
That's going to cause problems with the 6-inch deep strike. You have to be really aware of that.
also death from
Did you remember your army rule?
Crawlers as well, with the minus afflicted, the extra AP. Sorry?
Did you remember your army rule?
Yes, I did.
You did? Did it do anything, or was it
useless?
It
did all right. I think about every game it did about between 6 and 9 mortal wounds, which is
it's not bad. Better than a kick in the bollocks, I suppose.
It's not as good as that, though. It's not as good as controlling affliction on the battlefield.
No, that's very strong. Phase. Yeah,
it is very good, and also being able to move your vehicles through terrain and stuff like that is pretty cool. So, so I might be suckling at the old Mortarian's hammer teat in the future, and I don't care. Oh, pussy teat. So we'll see how that goes.
Right.
Grim. That's a great jury response to it. So
nice.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm not sure what I'm going to be playing on the Battle Barn. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be playing that because I want to get that finished.
Yeah.
So
sounds good, mate.
And I need a game. At this point, I'm hungry. I'm hungry for a game. I've been cursed. I've been cursed by you. I've been cursed by you.
Because I've got this is like a chapel of my energy in here now. And it's just when you come in here, it warps the dice rolls.
Yeah.
I like
sometimes
that guy.
in your favour. It's like
the
divine judgment of the
dice
barn.
box, and then they're all like ones, and you're like, what the fuck?
What the fuck? It's the divine judgment of the barn, because based on the person that comes, right, they may be worthy, they may not. Sam is apparently highly worthy.
He's just good enough to counteract it, I think.
A man of the cloth, where me, like a bestial chaos form. It's like more like touching cloth.
Yeah, more like.
But with me being a beast man, it's like, exiled beast man, be gone.
I think you've got to get the win next time, right? Statistically, eventually.
I mean, we'll see. Maybe during the Christmas special, as a Christmas treat, I'll be rewarded with a victory.
That'd be good.
We'll see. Speaking of it, can you help us break this curse on me by liking, commenting, subscribing on the channel, please?
Yeah.
Also, check out our various social media channels, our Instagrams. There is, of course, an In the Tank.
They're all in the description below.
Instagram. I know, but I want to say it in case people are visually impaired.
Just telling people where
I am Count Ruscular Minis. You are Eddie's 40k.
Eddie S 40k, yeah.
Eddie S 40k. As in
yes, because my last name begins with S, right?
Fine. Yeah, okay, fair enough. What? Oh, yes, of course. Eddie S 40k. Sorry, I was like, what?
It's all right.
And of course, our Discord. There are 2 Discords of note. I would say the In the Tank Discord and also the Battle Barn Discord. Also, check out the Battle Barn for said battle report. And if you want to see me literally want to kill Ed and also need therapy.
We've got 2 more games this week. Well, this episode will be releasing the day that we record it, which is the 31st today, Thursday. So tomorrow, Friday, we're having a game with Paul, who's bringing his Votan against my Space Wolves, or rather Sam's Space Wolves.
Votan looks so redonk.
They look so cool.
That white dwarf character looks so good.
Mm-hmm. He does such a good job. Typical Paul with his cool conversions. And then we've got Mails back in the house on Saturday for his Scintillating Legion Zinch, which I think I'm going to try and run the GSC or something against. And it's just going to be fucking carnage, because we're playing a drinking game where basically every time you pass one of the buffs over, you have to take a shot. And there's a lot of those buffs to pass back and forth. I think he starts with 5 shots laid out in front of him, and every time he drinks one, I get one to have to drink. So we're going to die.
You are going to die.
Yeah.
You are going to die.
So check those games out if you like a bit of 40k.
What? 40k.
40k.
That was like Mr. Garrison's, like, okay, like 40k, 40k. But please do. It's very entertaining, and I love how well you're doing. You're doing great.
Hit 1,000 subs now on there, so that's been good as well.
And I can't wait to be on the barn again. I miss it when I'm not on the... Ironically, it's the hell that I create, because I always have a rough game on the barn, yet ironically, I'm a bit addicted to the barn.
I think you need to sort of chill out. Maybe take a puff of something before the game.
I don't know what you're insinuating.
I don't know what you're talking about. Take a puff of a sandwich, and then the old glory hole.
What is wrong with us today? The old.
I've always been mentally ill. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, this is why we get on so well, is the fact that we're both British eccentrics.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, on a more serious note,
yes.
Games Workshop, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what are you doing? So, Horus Heresy 3.0, dead on arrival?
Saturine, more like Shaturine.
Shaturine, yes, that's Shaturine. Shaturine, question mark. What is going on?
The best thing that I've seen come out of this Saturine box set release is some of the conversions I've seen people doing on Instagram. There have been some really cool conversions made.
Well, that's that Praetorian in the Saturine armor is fit. Okay, so one thing straight out the box. Okay, we're just gonna say, right?
Yeah.
I don't think there has been a more controversial launch of an edition of anything ever. Right? Like, granted, there probably was back when someone was like, excuse me, actually, 4th edition was a bit... Like okay, fine. But, like, the crazy thing is, the Saturine models are stunning. Like, objectively stunning. Like, they're great. Like, the Dreadnought looks great. The Terminators look great. Like, it was the easiest fucking thing to do. Like, you just needed everyone loves it. Everyone loves it. It's like, make it rain. Yeah. Just like, go, there you go, have some Saturnine bits, and people go, oh yeah, okay, great, more Space Marines. But seal, some Space Marine seal, love that shit. But no, they had to fuck up the rules. So the rules are like 40k meets Horus Heresy, which is a Horus Heresy person jumping ship to Horus Heresy because you're not a massive fan for whatever reason of like current edition 40k. Okay, sure. So you're going to hybrid an edition between those. Oh, and invalidate hundreds of war gear options for units that people have spent 20 years creating.
It's almost like they don't do any market research.
Oh my
It's almost like they said it to an intern and said, here, play around with these rules and make it a bit more interesting so we can release a new edition. And they just did exactly what they did for 10th edition from 9th edition, which is change for change's sake. And it didn't work for 10th edition, which they had to retroactively shove a load of stuff back in, if you remember.
Well, yes. I'll be honest, though. Weirdly, I quite like 10th edition.
Oh, I do now.
10th edition is one of my favourite editions of 40k.
But it was a bit shy at the start, let's face it.
Yeah, it was a bit like a little bit like broken. But to fuck your game system, like this is your historic game. This is like your historic war game, right? Where like people love to convert for it. People love to do like real hyper specialized units and stuff that they've spent a lot of time and their own money and research and whatever, right, to do. I mean, Arbiter Ian did create a really good video on this that it's very complicated and we don't understand the nuance of the complication where like some things are copyrighted based on what's in the box.
Sure.
Like it's a policy thing, like yada, 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 yeah. I get all of that. And for 40k, I completely understand, right? And same for Sigmar and fuck off, leave the old world alone because it's a brilliant game. I'm now scared about the future of Old World in terms of what this could possibly mean. Right?
Welcome to 2.0. We're calling it New World.
The New World Order. The New World Order. But it's a historic war game with a very heavy hobby emphasis to it and a very Anaraki vibe to it. Like, don't fucking piss off your audience, which is already a niche-ish audience. I know that it's grown a lot since Age of Darkness, right? Where a lot of people bought the Age of Darkness box because it was an incredible deal. Ironically, Horus Heresy and Old World for what you get in your boxes is really good value, but really good value in inverted commas, right?
Yeah.
Don't piss off your like really loyal, already established fan base that are then going to be like, what are you doing for the purpose of trying to get more people that will not replace the old people that have left?
I think the issue here is that when they cut a lot of stuff from 40k, because they did, and I understand that they want to move the game forward, they want to keep the models modern, they wanted to get rid of a load of the old failcast shit. I understand all of that. They did cut quite a lot of stuff, like, a lot of the...
Haldor Drago.
Well, no, that's fair enough. He is failcast. They needed to give him a new model, really, to be honest with you.
Very quickly, why cut the most iconic Grey Knight of all time?
The thing is, they're so inconsistent with this, because they've cut like 90% of failcast, but then they kept Trazin in, and I was like, what the fuck? He's failcast.
Trazin, some of the Space Marine characters that have been re-engineered and stuff like that as well.
But anyway, the point of what I was trying to say is, like, there was a lot of people that I think had a bit of an exodus from 40k when that happened, because they were like, I don't like the way that I can't put war gear and spend points on war gear on here. I can't really tweak my characters exactly how I wanted to. I've got all these cool conversions that no longer work. I've lost loads of models from all the Forge World stuff. I get that. So a lot of people, I think, moved over to Horus Heresy, and they started doing all of that lovely conversion and really like fine-tuning all their characters and units and stuff. And then obviously now they've turned around and gone, invalidate all that shit. It's all legends, and they'll come out down the line, those documents. And I think it's just basically fucked them all off. They're like, well, we wanted that. We moved here for that.
Well, also there's two different approaches to these two different systems where, like, 40k, again, I can completely understand why you would cycle stuff out from a competitive balance perspective as well, right? Let's be real, like, whether we like it or not, like, it's the e-sporty meets tabletop vibe at the moment where, like, I quite like it, actually. Where it's like mega hones, I quite like it. But mega hone, mega balance, like, everything needs to be in check, reduced, and also, like, made sure that points make sense or whatever, right? No one gives a shit about that in Horus Heresy. It doesn't matter whether your faction's shit are in that edition or not. The headspace is a completely different headspace. Which
you're
is
like, I'm a Night Lords
player.
like
the model? Do you like the models?
It,
Do you like what you're doing with your models? Do you want to just do that random thing with that unit of breaches and give them all fucking gnarly guns, even though it's not a very efficient thing to do, but you want to do it, and you go, I want to do it. And you're like, okay, go do it. Like, have fun with that. Like, I'm sure it'll do something on the battlefield. Like, go for it. Like, whatever. Do you know what I mean?
They had this to a smaller extent with Lord of the Rings recently, didn't they? Because they obviously released a new edition of that, and that cut a few models and added a few different things. And I think we had a bit of backlash for that, which we've previously talked about. But that is like a drop in the ocean compared to Horus Heresy, because Horus Heresy is quite a popular game. It's one of those sort of weird ones that's like low-key popular. Like 40k is very broad, but then like Horus Heresy has a very dedicated fan base, and I think that they've just, a lot of people who are really amped for it have obviously seen the rules leak and were like, nah, fuck that. You had a couple of places selling like the box basically almost at cost. Which is madness. I've never seen that before.
I have never seen it. They've knocked 30 quid off a lot of it's just not selling. It's because of the edition issues. Like, people just aren't invested. People want to play the previous edition, which was 2.0, right? So, like, all of a sudden, everyone's scrambling for 2.0 stuff and stuff that will potentially go off sale or have already gone off sale. And yet, 3.0 is going to be the pushed edition that no one actually fucking wants, despite the fact that the box, at 120 quid now, you can get it on various sites, is insane.
Oh, it's a bargain.
That is insane. That's like, I think it's like something like 1,500 points.
I've heard a lot of people are turning the termies into obliterators and stuff, which is quite cool.
Right? Like, but just, it's nuts, and just, I don't know, man. Like, I think this is generally like one of the worst.
I think Games Workshop do not really have their finger on the pulse of what their audience wants sometimes, and I think that they just kind of do stuff, and I feel like if they knew their audience, and like if they went out and they spoke to real Horus Heresy players across the world, across the country, at events or in forums or groups or whatever, they would find that they would have had a massive pushback to the changes they were thinking about making had they even just asked or talked about it. And I think that's the problem, is that they don't do that market research. They just kind of do shit and they push things forwards, and it doesn't always go down well. Maybe sometimes it would, but like, clearly change for change's sake, just to push a new edition is not the way. Especially when it comes to losing models, right?
Well, this was it. All they needed to do was almost create a Saturine add-on expansion for the current edition. Mm-hmm. Like last edition of Horus Heresy lasted like 15 years, right? Granted, you don't necessarily want an edition to last that long per se, but what? It's only been 3 years, and the crazy thing was, this is what's so frustrating about GW sometimes, right? Is like they do get it right sometimes, and like the last edition launch of the Horus Heresy was one of the buzziest, coolest thing where they invited a load of like media-related people to GWHQ to play Horus Heresy 2.0, report on it. They had them all like paint stuff, so they had like TT go, they had like Ollie from Broadsword go, they had like loads of Winters go, they had Quipster go, they had like loads of people go for it. Did fuck all this edition, really. Like, none of those people, I think Ollie was a bit like...
Ollie worked on a video with a load of other creators, including Peachy and various others. Like,
but that was his off his own back.
It's his own thing, and I think that obviously that's been hit by the backlash. Bless him, and he's put a lot of work into that. So
this
it's
is
a shame.
Like if you're a content creator and you're like, okay, cool, let's go, let's get 3.0 is going to be wicked, cool, and you get it, and you're like, oh, fuck! And you kind of understand what's going to happen. You know, the SN Battle Reports guys are almost exclusively, the Wales guys, they're like almost exclusively like Horus Heresy are free on YouTube or whatever, right? They are so pissed. Like, half their shit in their cabinets are now invalidated. You can't even get, like, White Scars characters on jet bikes and stuff. Like, I guess, what the fuck?
Do you think that a lot of these people are just going to stick playing 2.0 and fuck 3 off?
I don't know. It's such a mess, Ed. It's such a mess.
It's a shame.
It is a shame. Like I said, it's unnecessary. It's completely unnecessary. And now there's going to be so much confusion. The new Legacy PDF is going to come out and be like, you can run these old models, but in the Legacy edition. It's like...
No one really wants that, and you could tell it's an afterthought because it would have been out on day one if it wasn't, and scrabbling because of backlash as usual. It's just I don't know. Shareholders, let's go. Let's blame shareholders.
Yeah, but I don't even think that's it. I think
pushing new editions make dollar.
Not make that dollar. I think there's just some weird stuff going on with GW at the moment in general, right? Because they let go one of their like high-ranking White Dwarf members recently, like literally as of last week. He's on LinkedIn at the moment, despite the fact that White Dwarf is selling more copies than ever in previous like things apparently, and actually it's making a significant profit for the company. So why that person? Obviously, there might be stuff that we don't know going on behind the scenes there, but like. Without because I think he was like a managerial head, like an important like arm of it, and without his leadership, there may be issues in terms of like getting projects and stuff finished and stuff. And it's like, why? Like, why? What is your motivation here? Like, what is going on? It feels like one half of GW is really switched on and really aware and really cool and making fucking some fantastic products, some fantastic rules. Making some great armies and like some of the old world stuff like Cathay that have come out are just insane and stuff, right? And then the other half is like strangulated by process and by shareholders or by the business structure of a business, which I guess it's a fucking business. You would expect that to be the case, right? Yeah. But like to be so fucking unbelievably tone dead is just bizarre, where it's just doesn't seem like it's actually making any formatively positive decisions from both a business point of view and also like a personality point of view or PR point of view or whatever. And yet they also then give their guys like bonuses and stuff and we're like, yeah, well done GW for that. And that's great too. It's just the most clusterfuck of weird, that company, where like
it is a bit
they do great things and then they do really shit things and it's just weird. It's just a weird place, and yet we love them. And we are addicted.
It's like a love-hate relationship with an abusive partner.
Yeah, maybe.
It's like, they kick us and then we're like, but we want your plastic.
We want your crack.
Like, yeah, well, your crack. Bite the curb, bitch.
No. Yeah. Wow, that was American History X-Files. As you can see in our previous conversation. But there we go, quite funny. Oh, mate, I don't know. It's weird.
We'll see what happens, won't we?
But the thing is, it annoys me because I don't want to be a GW hater, and I'm not. We're not GWs. We're not GW haters, by the way. Like, I want to make that very fucking clear. I love the company. Love lots about it. Like,
Not
love
their
what they're
prices,
capable of.
particularly at the moment, but yeah, we do like a lot else.
Yeah,
about
but
them.
then saying that, I actually was talking to Warboss John, a friend of the channel, about this the other day, where I was comparing prices to the early 2000s and inflation and stuff like that, and actually some deals that we have in the modern era are actually better than what we paid for back in the 90s.
Fair.
So actually, in terms of inflation, it's about what you would expect. But needless to say, silly decisions made by, I think, silly people in silly positions of authority, which cause issues. So there we go. What do you think about Horus Heresy 3.0, everybody? Are you investing? Are you not? I was very tempted to get the Saturine box, and I still am to some degree, right? But because I play Horus Heresy, but like I don't know, man. I'm in old world right now, and
you've got other fish to fry.
Lots of fish, lots of beastly fish, beastly
Fish
cow
with
ass.
horns on
Indeed.
hooves.
By the way, everyone loved the Doombull ass short.
I know they did, yeah. They always do. You stupid short.
It's the best. So there we go. How not to launch an edition. Horus Heresy 3.0. The subject of dice. Do we consider certain dice cursed, blessed? Why are we so fatalistic and suspicious? What is it about mysterious dice?
I have
you
a
can
thing.
take the lead.
So I'm going to take my lead on this because I don't think it's dice at all. I think it's not the individual dice, but it's almost like a sort of, I don't know how to put this in words very easily, but basically sometimes I know that I'm going to roll a number and it doesn't matter what dice I pick up, I'm going to roll it. And that's kind of where I'm at with it. Like the other day I was playing Males, the game came down to me rolling a 3+. If I rolled a 3+, I won. If I rolled 1 or a 2, I lost. And I knew that would be the case. And when I picked that dice up, I thought, this is a 1 or a 2. I can feel it in my bones. And I put the dice down and I picked another one up and I was like, still a 1 or a 2. It makes no difference what dice I'm picking up. I rolled it. I think I got like a 2. And that was that. And I was like, fuck, and I'm the same with you do this with your charges. It's almost like you get yourself into like a headspace that almost like commands the bad dice out of the universe. And like you can't bait it, because if you go, don't roll a 1 like you did with your bloody get back up on your Lord of Contagion, you roll the fucking 1. And I've done that so many times with my Gene Stealer guys, my Abominants, where I've been like, don't roll a 1, and I've rolled the 1, and I'm always like, why the fuck did I say that? You kind of bait the dice roll out of yourself. So actually, almost the best way to do it is just to let the universe decide. Try not to influence it and just be okay with what happens. And I think that's the way a kind of mentality I am at with dice now.
The thing is, what's so weird about this, right, is like the vast majority of like Warhammer people, we're a bunch of nerds, right, one way or another, right, in our relevant fields. A lot of us have sciencey background, or at least logical headspaces, right, where like it's so weird to ascribe any kind of fatalism in regards to what is essentially chance. Yet, all of us do it.
Yeah.
All of us do it.
Pick
like,
up a
what
dice
is
and
that
like,
about?
Fuck that dice. Like, roll too many ones.
You dice. Go away. Like what?
I'd just like to clarify, scientifically, some dice can roll worse or better than others, depending on how they are weighted.
By what tiny inflections?
Yeah,
though?
exactly.
We're talking like minuscule inflection.
Yeah, exactly. But generally speaking, like if you get your dice from a good source, like Baron of Dice, please sponsor us, then
I want my beast with dice.
Yeah, exactly.
I want my fucking beast with dice.
Like if you do get them from a decent dice maker, then generally they're pretty equally weighted, and you shouldn't find that was a problem. You can actually test it if you just load the fuck out of a glass of hot water with salt. And then I did that once, by the way, because someone said that the try-hard dice that we got for Baron of Dice were rolling badly. So I proved that they weren't by doing a dice test.
They won't be on Baron.
And they weren't. They were perfectly
well.
weighted. But then I decided, fuck knows why, afterwards to gargle the salt water, because I thought, this will be funny. Don't do that. When you've got super salinated water, it's not the same as gargling a salt water that you just put a bit of salt in. That honestly nearly took the inside of my mouth out. I was like,
what?
It's like putting bleach in my mouth.
You're such a weird human being. Why do humans do that?
I think I had an ulcer at the time, and I was like, this will be good for my ulcer. And I was like, That's
so funny.
Kill me.
Why? Why do humans do that? We're like, I'm going to put that in my mouth. We're grown-ass adults. We're not like children, and we're still like, I'm going to put that in my mouth right now.
But yeah, so I think generally speaking, people are quite superstitious. I know a lot of people, even on TTS, that will bin off dice that aren't going well for them. And that's like a virtual dice, and I'm like, they're like, the code's bad on this one, and I'm just like, it's the same code every dice. I don't understand you.
No, that is mental. The TTS thing, that is mental.
Yeah.
But I'm guilty as this as anybody.
You're worse than most, in fact, I'd say.
I'm looking at my Beastman dice, and I'm like, never again. Right? I'm like, never again. I'm going to sell them on eBay or something.
We've got two sets of dice. We've got an orange set and a blue set. And traditionally, there was a few games in a row where the blue sets rolled pretty shitely and the orange ones were rolling above average. But then I found now that over time, they've equaled out. Like, the blue ones are rolling a bit better. The orange ones are shit. Like, Males had an absolute shocker last game with the orange dice. And I was rolling normally with the blue ones. So I think it's a load of bollocks.
And then Michael Cole was like, oh, these dice are great. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I do think it's a load of bollocks, but I also kind of get it when you're just feeling like the dice are just not going your way. I feel like it's almost a mental self-sabotage. I feel like you're expecting it, so you're almost projecting the negativity into the dice rolls. I don't understand it. It's so weird.
It is weird though, isn't it?
Weird.
I think if we were to talk to like a cross section of people in the hobby, they would all kind of agree with us, or at least be like,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I get it. Do you know what I mean? Even if it doesn't make any logical sense, they'd be no, I kind of get where you're coming from, right? And it's like, and that is mental. That is just funny. Bizarre. That also shows the psychology of human beings, that we are just like fucking weird animals that are like we're superstitious beings.
Roll
that,
the
bones! Roll them! Oh, do you know what I mean? But I'm really hoping that my Baron of dice are going to be nice and like
they're good dice. Baron dice, they are good.
Do you know what the ones I like? We'll talk about some of our favourite dice in a bit that we have, but like I love the Baron ones that are like the complete cut square ones, right?
Yes,
what
I've heard a lot of people
Vegas
liking
dice.
those. They're like casino dice, aren't they?
I love those.
Yeah.
I think they're cool. They're just the coolest. And like they're a bit of a USP, really, because no other dice company does those. They do the rounded ones.
I do need to get some dice made up for the battle barn, so we're gonna.
Well, next time you put an order in, let me know, because I want to buy some Baron stuff, please. And there's also a really cool Beastman bag that I want to get. With
probably need to get some try-hard wargaming dice as well at some point, because we've sold out of those like half a year ago now. So because we got like 2,000 or 1,000 of them or something stupid, and they're all gone.
I guess they're really good when you buy them massive on bulk, right?
Yeah, that's what you have to do, because they come from America, so you got all the shipping and tax and all that crap. So it does like ramp the price up a little bit.
Do you have any idea what your custom colour for your Battle Barn dice are going to be?
Probably orange, I guess.
What about swirly orange?
We'll see. I'll have a look. I'll see what looks good.
You can do some cool shit.
I could do some cool shit. I was probably going to do 2 sets. Probably going to do because I want each player to have their own one, and I want them to be a negative of each other. So one might have like very dark blue with orange pips, and the other one might be orange with very dark blue pips.
Also, you need to be able to see them on bloody camera.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you do. So.
But
we'll see how we go.
Interesting. Let us know your favourite dice. Like, have you got any favourite dice in your collection that you have? Because I've seen you have your signature, so to speak, dice. I don't know whether it's try-hard dice, but it's the sword symbol, right?
Yeah, that's the try-hard ones. They're not my best rolling dice. My best rolling dice are the AdMech ones that Games Workshop made. Those things will fucking cook somebody if I play you with those. You will lose, because they roll 6s. If I got like sustained or lethal, get fucked. Those will murder you every time. I don't know what it is. They've never rolled badly.
I don't think the GW dice are balanced. I just don't think
those ones are just mental. I don't use them for that exact reason. I use the other ones. Wow. I was like, they're too good. They're too powerful. So if you ever see me using them, you know I really want to win that game. Why are you playing AdMech dice? You don't even play AdMech. I'd be like, no reason.
Oh, there you go. See, there you go. Any other dice that you like?
I mean, just the triad ones are nice, and I think once we get the barn ones, those will be lovely. So excited for that. I don't really have a lot of dice, to be honest with you. Just use those ones.
I have fucking tons of dice. The one that I really like is my.
You've got
my
scented dice.
Yeah,
you're like, oh, this is Goblin's ball sack, and I'm like, oh yeah, lovely, and you're like,
yeah. So I've got some D&D dice made by
Maiden's Quim.
Maiden's Quim. That's so pervy. Sorry, everybody. But like, I just went to that place. But like, I know my Shakespeare. But my point is that like, yes, I have Dr. Smelly Bones dice, which is like scented D&D
basically,
dice. Like
if there is a wargaming
stuff.
Kickstarter, Russ has backed it.
Exactly. Yes.
Tell me I'm wrong.
But no, you're not wrong. But my favourite dice that I have, my Deathwing Cream dice with the Deathwing symbol on the 6. I have a lot of comments about those and people that like those. The famous Beastman dice that shall never be used again. I've got some really lovely Nurgly Death Guard dice from like the Horus Heresy and stuff that I really like. There was a load of series of Horus Heresy dice that were really cool, actually, which I thought was really, really good.
Talking about Dark Angel symbols, are you deliberately moving that Dark Angel symbol slowly further up the wall so that it's just getting more and more out of shot? Because I swear to God, it was at least halfway into shot at one point. Now I can only see the bottom of it.
I'm actually not. I don't know what's happening. I think it is my computer just like moving around my desk a little bit. Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's really funny. That's really funny though. That's actually quite amusing. Either way, it pisses you off. So it's funny.
That doesn't piss me off. It's fine. I've given up long ago.
Given up. Sounds like a marriage. Oh, given up.
Given up long ago. There's never going to pull that shelf up. Fuck it. I'll do it myself.
Amazing. Yes, let us know your favourite dice shenanigans, guys. Like, I'm very curious, but mental. We're all mental. We all have weirdness about this, but hey, it's all good. It's all good. So this is an interesting one. So this is a community question. I will say it at Batum, and then we'll kind of make a thing. Is Games Workshop's drive to add more and more dice manipulation rules, aka rerolls, modifiers, into the game reduce the randomness of what is fundamentally a random dice game? And is that making Warhammer a bit sterile?
You go first with this one.
Yes and no. I think from someone who can be plagued by bad luck sometimes, I think if you're going to have bad luck, you're going to have fucking bad luck. I do think that in 40k specifically, the amount of re-rolls is a problem. There's a lot of re-rolls. I even don't fundamentally agree with CP re-rolls, and actually I would rewrite charge rules. I would as well. Charge rules. I would, because everything makes logical sense. Charge rules should be your movement plus a d6.
I agree.
It makes no sense why if you roll a double 1 and you fuck up your charge and you're 3 inches away, why that unit would fail that charge.
The other thing I've never understood is why you can't move the move when you charge. Like, if I feel like if you fail a charge, you should still be able to move the distance because you're still charging. Right. You don't go, actually, no.
You stop. No, it's
do you know
silly.
What I mean? It doesn't make any sense to me.
I'm quite jaded by this rule considering how many charges I fuck up.
Yes, I am a charge failure as well, so I feel your pain.
But it should be, old world is movement plus a d6.
I think that's a good way of doing it. It evens it out. It gives combat a bit more fairness because then you know you can at least fucking get into it. It's so mental, like, you know when you move a shooting unit that you're now in range because you've moved into the range and you can shoot your target. You can't do that with combat units. You move them up, you stage, and then you're like, I don't know, maybe I'm just going to get fucked. Exactly. It's just mental.
I mean, you could cap it at 8. For fly units or whatever, right? Like cap it for certain.
I don't know. It's just it's not so much. I think the difficulty is that if you're
range modifier, like have like a charge range stat, like C on the.
It's a tricky one. Like it messes around with deep strike charges slightly, but I think the thing with it all is that you just need that sort of consistency a bit sometimes, and it just feels very inconsistent, and then it really hurts melee armies a lot when they basically can't use our guys that are now then just going to get killed.
Especially because in a shooty game, charging is harder.
Yeah.
Because you've got to get to your opponent's fucking
And the thing is, like, melee doesn't even hit harder than shooting. Generally, it hits weaker than shooting. You have, like, more attacks generally, but I don't know. So it's a hot mess. I feel like they do need to sort that out. But, yeah.
But in terms of that question, yes and no is my answer. I would bin off re-rolls, but I quite like modifiers.
Yeah, I feel like re-rolls, when it's just like you can re-roll all wounds against something or whatever, it evens it out sometimes, but at the same time, like you said, it does take the randomness out of it completely. And I think it gets to a stage where it's like, when you could just oath a target and be like, my whole army's just going to fuck that now. And it just feels a bit like too consistent sometimes. And
I think especially when you stack it with like, kind of quite incredible buffs like sustain or lethal. A good example of that is my Inner Circle companions.
Yeah.
Where like it pays for me to fish for those 6.
If you're getting like sustained on 5s and 6s with rerolls, then it's like you're just going out your ass with shots. It's nuts. Like that's a lot of dice. You need like 50 dice to roll some of these units.
And at the end of the day, that isn't necessarily consistency as it is like overkill at that point, right?
Yeah.
So I think rerolls need to be reined in, but I actually quite like how modifiers kind of click, if that makes sense, because then you have situations where like your modifier goes down, their modifier goes up, and it brings it back.
Yeah,
to
that
neutral,
works.
And then it goes like that, and then it like clicks. Do you know what I mean? And I actually quite like that. And you could say that modifiers are technically dice manipulation because
they
means
are.
That
basically.
They are. They just are, right? So, like, that I like. I've always liked a bit of modify, and I've always liked to modify. But, like, a reroll always, to me, felt a bit strong, and back in the day of early, you wouldn't have rerolls for shit.
Yeah.
Like it would have been like an uber character that could probably, like, do a reroll a game or something, right? It'd be like, whoa, like a big deal, right?
Yeah.
But to just be able to reroll shit willy-nilly, and it's always feel bad when your opponent fails a save that's crucial, and then they go, CP reroll.
Oh, it's so annoying. And it's always on like Abaddon when he's on 1 wound and you kind of got nothing else to shoot him with. Like with the Lion, when you fucking, I basically had him and then you're like, I'm going to reroll it. And then I didn't. I was like,
Yeah, it feels bad for you, doesn't it? That feels so bad for you.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. Because it's coming.
Rough. Yeah, absolutely. If they got CP to spend, you know what I mean? Like, they're going to do it. And either way, it's weird because it's either feel bad for them because they've just wasted a CP on a hinge roll, or it's completely overpowered where they've completely skewed that sort of result, right? And then you have to completely revalidate what you're doing for that turn, or, completely change it. But I don't know. I actually think... I'm in two hearts about this. On one hand, a dice game should be a bit of a dice game and it should be a bit random, but by that same token, round off the things that
I think it's just mass
like
rerolls that need to come down.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't mind the odd reroll here or there. I'm not as much of a fan of CP reroll for certain things as well. They did trim it a little bit, but I think they could trim it more.
Well, the original concept of the edition was trimming it right back, and then all of a sudden the floodgates
they were
opened,
like,
and it's like
rerolls in 10th edition, there's barely any. And then they literally, a week later, they were like, the new space reroll is Oath of Moment. Rerolls to hit. And everyone was like, what? That was such a funny week. I remember that.
That was funny, actually, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Not only was it, but it was OG Oath, which was wound and hit rolls, right? So it's even more off. And
that was
just
it,
I'm rolling all the time,
Shit.
Back with Desolation
so
Marines, back at...
I hated those things. God, those used to give me conniptions.
Bring them back.
No, don't ever bring them back.
Bring them back.
No.
You get a t-shirt. You get a t-shirt. You get a t-shirt.
It was great.
But yeah, I don't know. So do we think we just need to get rid of mass rerolls?
I think mass rerolls, get rid of those. Get rid of it as well. It's like you just roll modifiers are fine. Some rerolls are fine. Just not like reroll all this or all that maybe. I don't know.
Sure. I agree.
Yeah. Or maybe even curtail them to like only against certain units,
Yeah, okay.
I don't know.
That's cool. And of course, charges, just change the charge system.
Yeah.
Make combat a bit more lethal.
Yep.
I think.
Sounds good to me.
But there we go. There you go. Let us know your thoughts. Of course, as always. Now, this next topic, I think this is probably the greatest topic that I've ever come up with, quite frankly, and you're painfully unaware. So, before we begin, I'm going to say the statement and then break it down. Could Warhammer Romantasy be the greatest / worst thing ever? Romantasy. We had a very brief conversation before this, like to kind of discuss topics because we're so slapdash and it's all good. And you don't ever read my message, but like
I've read them. I just go through them beforehand so we can reiterate what we're talking about. That's all.
Oh, sure. Yeah, sure. Okay, fair. Sure. What do you know about Romantasy?
Sweet.
And
FA.
do you know how? Okay.
I would guess, if I had to, that it's something between romance and fantasy.
So, just to put it in perspective, the amount of money that Romantasy makes on a yearly basis is astronomical.
Okay.
Like, we're talking billions of pounds.
Are these your sort of sexy Bridgerton style books? Where it's a little bit of, fingered around the duck pond and...
No, well, yes, but in fantasy-like settings.
Yes.
So two of the big ones, and please excuse me for any Romantasy listeners out there if I fuck this up, right? So the two big ones currently on the stack are A Court of Thorn and Roses, which is fairies fucking. So like fairies,
so there is fucking in it. It's proper like
softcore
porn,
it's like it's not even softcore, like full on like fairies.
Is this a
going
Games
for
Workshop
it.
product? Sorry, that they've actually written.
No. I'm talking about.
Is this fan fiction?
Could Warhammer Romantasy? Because my point is that like Black Library's kind of like branching out, where you've got like horror Black Library books and like thriller Black Library books or whatever. Like, could a Romantasy GW book be like the coolest or worst thing ever? Right. But yeah, on the original thing. So like the two big ones are Court of Thorn and Roses, which is fairies are fucking, and it's all like very aristocratic fairy Lord of the Rings style societies where like, and then like fairies are having like hardcore sex like behind that,
as
right?
you do.
Or Fourth Wing, which is like dragon riders fucking.
Are they fucking the dragons or just each other?
I don't know. But I cannot underplay how financially massive Romantasy is, right? To the point where in every Waterstones now, the Romantasy section is fucking ginormous. Like it's huge and is making billions of dollar and pounds every year, right? Where like you can be a pervy Romantasy writer and like never have to work again, like levels of like thing, right?
Yeah.
And I mean to the point where I'm considering a career change, right? Where it's like and like it's just mad. You get like Minotaur Romantasy, like anything you can imagine, like werewolf Romantasy. Well, yeah, werewolf Romantasy.
So you know that whole recent thing at the Coldplay concert with the couple that were cheating in court, right? I saw someone had made a version of that with Gilliman and what's her name?
Your Brain.
Yeah, in Your Brain, which I thought was hilarious.
There's so many great parodies of that.
Yes.
Also, who the fuck goes to a Coldplay gig when you're in your 50s? Like, fuck off. Like, grow some bollocks.
Have you not been to one?
You deserve
You're in
that.
your 50s, aren't
you? Yes, I will never see fucking Dead at a Coldplay concert. Christ almighty. Like, no. Like, God, grow some ears. But my point is that, like, and some of the situations. So, do you think it would work for a 40k / like Warhammer Old World setting?
And there's definitely some settings I think it could work in, but I don't know whether I don't know whether Games Workshop are okay with that or not. Like their shareholders would certainly be okay with the money, but I don't know if they'd be okay because they're trying to go PC, right? And I feel like that flies in the face of kind of where they've been like going towards with this almost like tunification of the universe.
Yes. For the models and the lore codex and stuff, but not for the fucking Black Library, I don't think. Like, there's been some pretty darkish stories going on, like recently, the end of the Death Volume 3 and Sanguinius' face hanging off, or like, you know, like your guardsmen's getting eaten by like fields and stuff, right? Like, and again, like the weird thing about Romantasy and about how the West, and this is as a progressive. This is how I view this. Not to get politics, and it's not really a political thing, but like how the West doesn't give a shit about gratuitous violence in culture, where you can be like, I'm going to just. And George R. R. Martin said this, right, where he says something like, I could not get into trouble for like a sword stabbing someone in the most gratuitous way possible, but a penis being described entering a vagina got me in so much trouble. And it's true that like we have a weird way of viewing that in the West where like violence, totally cool. Like go graphic, explicit, whatever, right? But like romance and like sexuality and stuff, we're all like, oh no, don't talk to me about penises and vaginas and stuff. And I don't know whether that's a double standard or whether it's just weird and a bit like Victorian or whatever. But like, I don't know. I think it is a bit weird if I'm honest. Like, it's a part of life as much war is a part of death, so it's cool.
Yeah,
whatever. And actually, in Eisenhorn and stuff, there's some flirty perviness and stuff, right? It's not all like...
You've got old, what's his name, Ravener, like, floating through the walls, like... being
pervy, being like... right? So, like, it's not all that all the time, right? There are some romance in 40k. But to have a specific romance...
Ravener's like the ultimate cuck chair guy, because he
is! He's completely
lives in a fucking cuck chair.
And he just, like, psychically pervs on people where he's like... Yeah,
what are you up to, baby? What are you wearing?
I love your perv voice. Your perv voice is so gross. It's like a 30s gangster or something. It's like a good fella.
What are you doing, baby? How's about you and me go out to bed?
Do you want to check my last cannon? But this is it. Like, what sort of romantasy thing? You could have like a chasty, boothy style Sister of Battle Forbidden Love with a guardsman.
No.
That'd be fucking cool. Right? You could have 1 minute where they're like fighting alongside each other's and stuff in the trenches, and the next one there's like heavy petting in the trenches, and it's like all very sinful, and she's like, oh, the Emperor would approve, and like it's all like, oh.
I feel like you're just fantasizing now.
No, I am. But the twist is at the end is like she gets caught by a commissar or whatever, and now she's in a penitent engine. Sucks to be you. Yeah. What a twist! What a twist!
No one saw that coming. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it could be the most fucked up, awesome shit ever, couldn't it, really?
Yeah.
Or like a Gene Stealer cult story where like a human falls in love with a Gene Stealer cultist.
Baby.
Right? You know what I mean? Yeah. Or like an orc falling in love with a shooter. Or like it's like
it's
truck
like those
or
women
something.
that look like marry a fair ride or whatever.
Cuddly toy, going like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm going to take the opinion, being a perv, that this could be the greatest thing ever.
I think
it could be the greatest thing ever.
Be cringe, personally.
Oh, it's totally cringe. It's totally cringe. But like, you know, we're millennials. We're born cringe. We were born from the womb cringe, apparently, according to all other generations. Like, millennials equal cringe. So, I don't know, man. I think GW needs at least a romance part of their Black Library sort of thing.
Constantine Valdor comes in with his female custodian troop.
A harem.
Yeah.
A harem one. But, you know, and the Emperor having all of his... like actual sons, I can't remember what they're called. They're like what the Emperor's actual trueborn sons are called, or
Bob.
daughters called. But
Jeff.
No, there's a name for
Jerry.
them. Jerry, the son of the Emperor.
Come to
Jerry.
me, my son, Jerry.
But like Jerry, psychic Jerry,
Gary.
Gary.
Please meet my two sons, Gary and Jerry.
Jerry. Alpharius is like, but like, I don't know, man. I you know, and it get more women into the hobby because, like, you know, not to be stereotypical, but women buy a lot of romantasy. Like, it's like an 80% lady audience, right? So, and again, this is the great thing is I think it's the cerebral versus the like. Looking at something physical, where that's the...
You probably have to show a picture of your face to walk into the smut section in Waterstone scene, though, so, you know, where things are going. It's very Orwellian nowadays, isn't it?
Up.
Very Orwellian.
Shut up, Ed. I don't believe this. I think this is
very
nonsense.
Orwellian.
Shut up, Ed. Are we bringing like bloody politics?
It's just Orwellian. It's not. Sure. I'm not wrong.
Orwellian. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but the difference is you would be Big Brother, Ed, but that's beside the point. It's all good. There we go. When right meets left. But like, I don't know, man. Like, I think there's a whole tapped potential there. And I would love to see an Eldar and a human having a forbidden romance. You know? Get them in your brain! Perfect!
Who said anything about not pushing the law forward, eh?
In every sense of the word.
Yeah.
But there you go. But yeah, I think that is the greatest subject ever discussed.
That's a good one, yeah. It's an interesting one. I don't know if they'll do it, but, you know, if they ever do...
they won't do it. But I would be first in line. Or even just not even like even if you made it less pervy and just made it a what about just a Warhammer romance novel? What about a Warhammer romance novel? You could
do a lion gay novel, Wrath of the Cock. What has he been up to for the last 10,000 years?
That only exists in the lion's mind, to be fair. Because, like, obviously the Dark Angels are an allegory of being gay. I don't know if anyone knew that, but it's true. It's true.
Who's in the old glory hole? Is it Cypher? No one knows who he is.
Cypher. Well, it's based off the Dark Angel was a poem, right, about being gay and hiding it and the shame of hiding it. So yeah, interesting.
The old glory hole.
The old glory. Oh, of course, you can have spaceful furry romantasy.
Oh no, I think we need to stop now. I think we've taken it too far.
AKA what everyone that plays Spaceballs thinks about anyway, quite frankly, because they're the worst faction ever conceived by man. But yeah, let us know what you think.
You're basically in Narnia.
No, I am Aslan. Ride me! I am Aslan. Ride me, Ed! Ride me! Let's go and kill the witch!
If you ever come over to the bar and there is a tail poking out the back of your shorts, I'm out. I'm just going to pull it like I'm starting a lawnmower.
They'll be doing half the shit that I've done in your battle barn. That's it, is it? That's the thing that gets you.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, cool. What do you think? That was chaos. That conversation was
great.
utter nonsense. Absolutely nonsense. Let us know what you think. Well, this needs to be the thumbnail, like romantasy, like warmantasy. Like warmantasy! Warmantasy! Like 40k
Done.
romantasy.
Done.
There you go, Sue.
Written it
there
for
you go.
Easy.
But let us know, you pervy fucks, what you think of this subject. Yeah. Would you read romantasy, 40k romantasy, fantasy romantasy, like whatever you fancy? I would read a Beastman romantasy.
Yeah,
I think that'd be great.
I bet you would.
Ah!
Oh no!
There we go.
Right, well, thank you to all our fans and subscribers and supporters. This was the last episode of it. Unfortunately, we've had to close it down. A cease and desist order from the government. Sorry about the age verification check you had to do before watching this.
That's funny on so many levels.
Yeah.
But thank you very much for logging on. Check us out on our various social media channels.
Thank you to all our supporters and patrons, etc.
Yeah, oh my god, yeah, you're the best. And thank you, my stunning, beautiful, sexy, romantasy co-host.
Yes,
Ed.
Likewise to my stunning, sexy, gorgeous, long-haired... Have you had your hair cut yet or not?
No, I will, so you having it soon.
Long-maned co-host, yeah.
Dude, like just Necron romantasy would be so good. So good.
Oh, yes. Bump uglies with me.
Fantastic, yes. Star Gods watching. Very cool.
Nice.
Right. Catch you soon, everybody.
See you guys. Bye.
Ciao.